And now for the latest on the country's exit strategy, we cross to our Emily Rose at Ben Gurion International Airport. And Emily, a new pilot project kicking off at the airport, tests for passengers with quick results. What is the latest there?
Well, Benita, it feels a little bit like I'm looking into the future here at Ben Gurion Airport. A pilot project today, which, as you mentioned, tests passengers at a rapid pace by the El Al Israeli national air carrier here. And these passengers, they get tested, and about 15 minutes later, they get their results, and then they can get on the plane if the results come back clean. Now, this test is meant for people who did not get vaccinated, so that could also apply to children who, we remember, can't get vaccinated, and it will allow for a speedier entry and workflow for these passengers to get here on this flight. I'm actually standing here with a pilot and the head of the Pilots Association, Captain Barr, and we've just had a conversation about what this might mean for the future of travel and the future of flight. Today is the pilot project, but how do you feel today about this project, and how do you see it moving forward?
First, I think it's a great step for Israel as a nation. It's a huge milestone for aviation, because if we can do it here, we can do it in JFK, we can do it in Delhi, we can do it in Zurich, we can do it everywhere. So it doesn't matter if you're vaccinated or double tested, but once you got through that, we can encourage the capacity, and we can get planes back in the air where they belong and get this industry take off again.
What do you think this will mean for pilots and the staff who staff the airlines and the airplanes? Do you think this will be able to get them back to work faster?
Oh, that's for sure. But from this pilot, I think we can call our colleagues in the world. Most of the pilots are not vaccinated yet, and we have that in Israel, and we cannot keep everything for us. So we call them to get here and to get vaccinated. We can take care of that. So we can really turn Ben Gurion Airport to something green or even greener. We're approaching summer in the northern hemisphere, so most of the people would like to fly. They need to fly. We can fly, and I think we will fly, and we're starting today.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thanks a lot.
So as you can see there, Benita, there's excitement here in the airport. This is just the pilot project. It's the first flight. It's taking off to New York. But they hope here that it will be the first of many, and that this will serve, as you can see, not just as an example for Israel, but perhaps an international example. And when I spoke to medical officials about this technology, what they told me was that, first of all, it tests for the coronavirus protein, so it can actually catch the variants of the coronavirus that perhaps are lingering all across the world, even new variants that scientists don't yet know about, and that this technology might not just be used for airports. It could also be used for weddings, perhaps, for malls, for other places where people want to gather. I've been told that it's also not that expensive. It's to the effect almost like a pregnancy test, and it doesn't require exactly medics or medical officials to administer it, so it can be used more comfortably en masse.
Certainly sounds like groundbreaking technology. Thank you so much, our Emily Rose, updating us there from Ben Gurion International.